Chronically stressed. This is a semen retention video. I've been doing this for just shy of a year. And if you are a guy out there that's chronically stressed, and you might not even know it. I didn't know it when I was chronically stressed because I was so stressed to even realize that something was wrong. It's like you can't even step outside of yourself and realize that something was wrong until you're actually better. When you're better, then you can look back and be like, holy, I was chronically stressed. Something was wrong with me. There was something physiologically wrong with me, right? So if you're chronically stressed, and you probably are to some degree if you are ejaculating every day or every other day, whether that's with a woman or not, whether it's to porn or not, right? However it is, if you are losing semen very, very regularly on a consistent basis, you are depleting yourself of a huge, probably the single biggest store of core energy that there is for you, right? And masculine energy. If you also feel like you are not quite that masculine, you feel like you could be more masculine, you feel like your body could look more masculine, it could be more defined, more chiseled, it could be, like your face could be a little more structured or something like that. Your voice could be deeper. You could have more masculine behaviors, mannerisms, naturally, organically, better with women, more assertive, more confident, better with eye contact, better charisma, all these things, right? The benefits that I've accrued over this 11 months has been nothing short of extraordinary. I really didn't know what I was getting into when I started it back in January of this year, and I was a completely different person back then. Completely different. I like to equate it with, I like to use this example of I was operating on a 4 gigabyte RAM, and now I'm operating on like a 32 gigabyte RAM, right? It is night and day how efficient the increase in efficiency of your organism, of just you in general, what you'll witness on semen retention. And I've said this in previous videos. If you are one of these people that's just trying to get into semen retention, you don't know what it is. You're kind of trying to click on videos to see what people say about it, to see if it's a real thing or not, because a lot of things say it's a scam and it's a fad and it don't work and all that stuff. I know what the first page of Google says. It says that, there's no scientific evidence, it doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. I know, I get it. I read the same thing and I was thinking the exact same thing as you are. I was literally in your shoes. I was like, there's no evidence that it works. Does it work? I don't know what this is. And this is where I say to you, you just have to do it. There's no amount of videos or articles or, studies can get you the knowledge that it works without you just doing it. You have to do it. There's no way around it. You have to be the guinea pig. You have to put yourself through it and do it for a time. Do it for a test run. Just try as for as long as you can and see if there's any benefits. And I guarantee you that you'll probably notice some benefits within the first couple weeks, if not sooner. Now, you're not going to notice huge benefits until you're on this thing for a longer period of time. And it seems like the longer you're on it, the more you get used to a lot of the benefits, but you do start to gain more and more sort of profound benefits. And man, I've looked at my previous videos. I've gone over this. Semen retention is the benefits you can expect. Click on that video. That's a good one. But goes over most of the benefits. But this one, I just kind of want to go over like the chronic stress, right? If you are chronically stressed, I'm going to sort of describe what your life might feel like and look like, right? From the moment you get up to the moment you go to sleep. You get up, you're feeling tired when you get up. You feel like even though you got 8 hours of sleep, you don't feel like you got 8 hours. You need coffee. Like you need coffee, you need something to get you going, or an energy drink or something, right? In big amounts. You might even need nicotine to sort of like get you going, right? You need food. You need like a meal. Like you feel like you actually need it. I'm talking like it has to, you have to have it to be in a good mood or even operate functionally when go to work or whatever. Then when you go to work, you work at a very average capacity. You often feel as if you can't go the extra mile or work harder, because you feel like you're kind of going outside of yourself. You feel like it's a little too much energy expenditure, almost as if there's a huge sort of scarcity of energy within you. Like you don't have a lot. You just have a very small reserve, right? And anything that requires, extra things, doing more of this at work or doing more of that, or your boss has to do this or do that, it tends to drain you a little bit. You also don't really handle stress that well. If there's ever a stressful situation at work, when stressful things happen, when a lot of people come in, or a lot of the workload gets heavy, or it's very busy, right? Your operational capacity tends to suffer. You feel like you feel like there's this sort of ceiling, like a constriction on your functioning, like your brain functioning. You feel like you can't operate through the stress well. You feel like it's overwhelming you. You get emotional, like you get angry, you get, irritated, you get frustrated, you can get out of balance. You're very unbalanced, right? In these situations. You're going to feel like you need food, like you're going to need to eat again. Like I need to eat to feel not so stressed, right? That's a huge part of being chronically stressed, is you feel like you need to eat to not feel stressed, right? Got to go hit the vape because it's busy at work. You're just trying to get through it. And then when work finally ends, you don't have enough energy to go to the gym, even though you were planning on that, in the morning to go to the gym after work. But now you don't have enough energy because work was so stressful. You really just only have the energy to go back home and turn on the television, cook some food, probably not cook it, probably order it or pick some up on the way, because it's too much work to cook food, right? It's too much energy to cook food. You're too lazy to cook food. You want something quick. So you buy some fast food, come home, veg out, watch something, scroll like mindlessly, let your brain just kind of numb out and you feel good again, hit the vape, maybe drink a beer or two, and then you're going to obviously jerk off, right? You're going to ejaculate, watch some porn, or, get the girl over or whatever, right? And that's kind of your daily reality. You're not really, it's a life where you want to thrive, right? You want your life to change, but you feel like you cannot change it. Like there's literally something wrong. You feel like your life needs to be different, right? That you should be like, there's a disconnect between, what your life circumstance is and what you feel like you deserve, what you feel like your potential is, right? But for some reason, whenever you try to like go above and beyond, work harder, it feels like you're draining your energy, like you're getting more, like you're in danger almost. Like the alarm systems go off in your brain, like, whoa, 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 stop, stop. You feel really bad. You feel unmotivated. You lose passion and desire fairly quickly for, extra sort of things. You feel like you just cannot level up your life, right? If this sounds at all representative of your, current experience, I strongly recommend semen retention. Also, there could be like heavy metal buildups in your body. This is just a side note. There could be heavy metal buildups in your body from like deodorants and like all these. It's mostly deodorants where you just put it on your lymph. You're literally the biggest concentration of lymph nodes are in your armpits, but and that's your waste system. That's how your body sweats out fat, and it pisses out fat, and all the toxins and stuff. It sweats out the toxins. So if you're constantly putting something to blunt, to plug and clog those things with like heavy metals like aluminum, and that's in most deodorants today, that can really build up free radicals in your body and also make you feel chronically stressed. So hence saying I don't wear deodorant. But anyway, so look at that too. That is a real thing. But semen retention, you're going to have to do this, right? Because from my experience, that was my life. That was how I felt in my life. For the longest time, my life was just, I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't even know that I was chronically stressed, but I just couldn't, I had no energy to do anything. No matter how much coffee I drank, no matter, how much food I ate, I couldn't sustain things, right? I had no core energy within me. And I just couldn't, I could barely get through the days. I don't know how I made it. It was like for a whole decade, I felt like that. This last year, after I started doing semen retention, I noticed it's incredible. Probably around like month 3, I just got like a new job out of the blue. And you'll notice that when you're on semen retention, not only do you have more energy and you feel like you're functioning at a higher capacity, but the universe starts to just help you out in like crazy ways. Like you'll just get windfalls out of nowhere. Like you don't even have to do anything. I got a new job out of nowhere, and then that allowed me to get a car and got a new, better living situation, and, started managing part-time at my job, at one of my jobs. Like just everything got way better just out of nowhere. And it was just like, this is weird. This is too coincidence. And not only that, I felt like I could handle stress now. It's like I got the second job once the universe knew that I could actually handle a second job. Like, I remember when I was approached about the job and I was like, okay, I could probably do that. I didn't feel that for the first time. I didn't feel like, oh, that'd be too much. That's just too much. I just don't have the energy for that. You know what I mean? For the first time, I was like, I think I could do that. And from there, it's just been, your energy as it builds, as you do this longer and longer, your core energy just builds. It's like a reservoir that's just building inside of you, and it's building up the organism. Don't ask me how it works, but experientially you will notice this. And now you start to operate on a higher efficiency. It's like going back to the RAM thing. You're going from a 4 gigabyte RAM to like an 8 gigabyte, then a 16, then a 32. And it's like now stress is almost no longer, the stressful things in your life that were mostly just basic things, right? Things that were stressful were mostly like basic. Now you feel like you can handle them, that they don't even stress you out, that it doesn't even get to you. I've said this before, it's almost like there's a cocoon of energy around you and it can't even penetrate you. It's the craziest thing. And you'll notice as time goes on, like your ability to handle and think through stress just gets better and better. You get more efficient at it. And you don't even feel like, I've said this before, I knew that the situations that I'm in were stressful. They used to be stressful for me. These were situations that were previously stressful for me that no longer are now, right? And it's the weirdest feeling. It's like very strange to be working through and doing the same things, at work or in life, and just kind of doing the same things, and yet you feel entirely different. You don't feel overwhelmed. You don't feel stressed. You don't feel like it's too much. You feel just almost just at ease, like you can think clearly amidst all the sort of chaos that's going on around you. It's insane. Chronic stress, man. I also don't need to eat as much anymore. Not nearly as much. I've dropped my caffeine intake way down. That's the only drug that I intake, and I'm trying to wean off of it completely. Yeah, it is just, I was also doing nicotine like back in March or something. I think I was doing nicotine until March or May, and then March, May, something like that. And then I stopped, right? I just stopped. Weaned myself off of that because I just really didn't even feel like I needed it. I was just like, this is it's a waste of money, and I just really don't feel like I need it anymore. So I don't even do that anymore. It wasn't a lot that I was doing. I was doing those little ons, the on little pouches and lip, but don't even do that anymore. So, this is just one benefit. It's just one benefit of many, but I didn't want to go into all of them in this video because it would take too long. But chronic stress, if you feel like you're stressed out, like you cannot level up your life, like you feel like basic things they feel outside of yourself, cleaning up around your house, doing errands, taking care of like finances or taxes, or replying to this email, or hanging out with this person, or whatever it is that needs to be done, the things that need to be done just to sort of maintain your life. Usually when you're chronically stressed, those things feel very stressful. Driving, being in traffic, those feel very stressful. Working out, when you've had like a long day at work, that can feel very stressful. When you do semen retention for a while, you'll notice that your capacity to handle and manage your life just levels up. You can do more. You're doing more without feeling like it's just easy. Like it's just part of like, you're just like, yeah, I have energy for this. I need to do something. Okay, I need to take care of this. I need to take care of that. But you're calm and easy while you're doing it. There's no stress about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just very matter of fact. It's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And you just feel chill, It's not to say that you can't get stressed out. You can, but your capacity to handle stress drastically raises. So now things that would stress you out have to be significantly bigger, They have to be more stressful. They have to be more chaotic, more crazy situations. So if you're chronically stressed, or that sort of what I described sounds like your life, strongly, you need to do semen retention. Give it a try. Yeah, I don't see how you wouldn't see the benefits. I mean, yeah, amazing stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's the video.